RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Andy's Auto Body, tire and auto service and sales. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Auto Centers Nissan, home of the Wiggity Way. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Roper's Regal Beagle, the Metro East premier sports bar and grill. Liberty Bank. Bank locally, bank Liberty. Auto Butler Car Wash and Express Lube. Clean, shine, and protect. Alton Sports Tap. Sports, food, and good times. Rooterman Plumbing. Your locally owned plumbing superheroes.
And welcome back to Roxana High School, Charlie Rach Field here on a cool October night, first Friday in October, and lots of high school football going around the Metro East. Our second game here in the Big Z tonight. You heard the Marquette game earlier. Now it's Roxana hosting Litchfield. We've got two more tomorrow following the Illini game. It's Purdue at Illinois to start things off at about 10:40. Following Sports Talk at 10. Kickoff will be at 11 o'clock as Illinois tries to get things straightened out. Then you'll hear coverage, tape delay coverage of CM and Highland about 3 o'clock tomorrow, and Alton at Belleville East about 5:15 tomorrow afternoon. So, Louis, we've got Roxana Litchfield, South Central Conference action. We were pointed out here a stat that Logan Reardon is not far away from 1,000 yards for this season. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, he's, if you equate that, you're probably talking about a kid that's in, the 8, 9, 10 yards average per carry. That's pretty darn good. And because he's not getting the bulk of the carries in the game, they spread it out pretty evenly with their team, and it tells you the offensive line's doing its job, and they're creating some holes for these kids to run in, and I'm sure the Shells are going to rely on a pretty solid and balanced running game here once again tonight.
Well, the Purple Panthers won the coin toss. They're going to kick things off here. They'll take the ball in the second half, so Roxana will get a chance to get the ball and perhaps get a touchdown early in the proceedings here. Alec Ravel, Blake Vandiver, Jared Foyles deep for the Shells.
The one thing you want to avoid, though, Mark, when you run into these games against these teams that you feel like you should beat, a 1-4 team, don't take them lightly because they have nothing to lose playing a game like this.
And so the Shells get the ball. They move it up the left side of the field. Couple men to beat. And almost back up to midfield is 14, Alec Ravel. Great return by Ravel across the 50-yard line into Purple Panther territory.
Well, it was a shorter kick than usual, and that's exactly what you want to do. You want to take advantage of it, try to find some lanes. He was able to find it along the left side and burst through a hole and was able to get it on the other side of the 50-yard line. Shells will start at the 47. That's great field position to start the game off.
So we'll start 11:50 here in the first quarter, just underway for the Shells and the Purple Panthers. First quarter of action, homecoming here for Roxana. Foss takes the ball, snaps back to the man behind him, who runs around the right side, and caught up is Blake Vandiver, and maybe 2 yards on the play for the Shells for second down.
Pretty good tackle there by, I believe it's a freshman, number 6, Trevor Geggie. Does that sound right?
I'll say that sounds good. Geggie.
Geggie? I don't want to. We can go a couple of different ways there, but nonetheless, he made a pretty good play there. He's a freshman. If Vandiver's able to get by the one man there, he's got some room down that right sideline, but he limited him to 2 yards.
Second at about 8. Logan Reardon in the backfield, and he fake off to Reardon. This time the ball up the middle, and a first down for the Shells. That's Blake Vandiver. And a nice play there for the Shells, and a first down.
I was able to get some good blocking again that time, and Vandiver's going to be the featured guy here, and they're going to call for a measurement here. I think they got this one right, because I think he got it by a full yard there. The line he needed to gain was, the 37-yard line. He got it down to the 36, so they wind the clock, and it's a first down.
Foss under center, Reardon in the backfield, and he gets the ball up the middle, scrambles up for maybe 2 yards on the play, and it'll be second down. This Roxana Shells offensive line of Brennan Harris center. You've got Luke Curtis, Ethan Kurth, Billy Mathis, Josh Rudd, Trace Gentry, the tight end. They were the Knights of Columbus Quarterback Club Offensive Line of the Week. They've won that award 4 out of the 5 weeks so far this season. And they are up front making some room for their teammates in the back. Second down at about 8. One man in motion to the left. There is the pitch out for the Shells to number 24, Foyles, and he gets out across, maybe a first down. We'll see. It's close. Maybe a yard short. We'll see where they spot the ball.
Yeah, I think he needed to get it to the 26, and well, they move it back. I was going to say that looked like about the 26-yard line, and they move it back.
So it'll be 3rd and short, 3rd and 1, officially for the Shells on this first drive of the game. We'll talk about a drive of the game, give out an award at the end, the QualityGMCars.com drive of the game during the post game. So tune in for that when this one's all over. Will it be this drive? First drive of the game for the Shells. There's the handoff up the middle, and he breaks out to the right side, and that is a touchdown for the Roxana Shells. Touchdown for number 28, Logan Reardon.
Well, he was just basically looking for a first down there, and once he broke through the initial tackle, he was able to break to the right and get outside, and once he got outside, it was nothing but daylight for Reardon, and he's able to pick up the first score of the game.
27 yards, does that sound
That's
about right?
right.
27-yard touchdown for the Shells, and they strike first here. 10-13 of the first quarter. Quick score by the Shells.
Well, that's what you want to do. You get the ball, you set the tempo, and you put a team that's down behind and get them thinking about it a little bit.
And Reardon will have the kicking duties as well, held by Foss. And the kick is no good. So the point after is no good, but the Shells do score first. They lead 6-0 here in the first quarter. Back with more in a moment. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
All right, sir, we finished all the services on your car. They'll take it over for your complimentary car wash, and they'll call you when it's ready.
First, the
Yes.
Litchfield player moved first, but
Yes.
yeah, they're going to have a little conference here. They're both, all the referees and officials are pointing all the different directions, so we'll see.
You can see it clear as day, and this should be an offsides call. Oh, and they're going to, wow.
Yeah, they're going to call it in the Shells, so maybe someone moved that 8 and C, so they'll mark off 5 here for the Shells, so not even a snap yet, and they're losing 5 yards. So 1st and 15 for the Shells. Ball back up to about the 42-yard line.
The only thing I can think of here is because the defensive player didn't jump the line of scrimmage just because he moved. He doesn't necessarily, he's not offside, so.
One man in motion. There's the handoff this time, and he's caught up the middle as 5 Vandiver. Maybe getting back to that original line of scrimmage. Maybe picked up 1 or 2 yards on the play, so still be a 2nd and long situation for the Shells.
Yeah, he basically almost got back the yards that you just lost on the penalty, so it's going to be about a 2nd and 11 here from the 38-yard line, but nonetheless, Might be in 4-down territory depending on what happens here, but we're only at 2nd down. You're in Litchfield territory once again.
Foss under center, takes the snap. Guess who? Number 28, Logan Reardon, rumbles up the middle and picks up, well, another 5 yards, it looks like. Looks close to at least 5 yards. So they mark at that. They'll give him 5 yards. And it is a 3rd and 5, so not bad. 5-5, and get one more, and you've got another 1st down. Shells taking over here after a short little squib kick that hit a Litchfield player and then recovered by Vandiver, and the Shells are looking to score again. They lead 6-0 here early in the 1st quarter. Chance Foss, the quarterback, under center, 1 man in motion. That is number 5 again, Blake Vandiver, and he's scrambling, finally caught down to about the 15-yard line, caught from behind. He had some open space, Louis, but they finally caught up to him.
Well, again, they're getting that initial surge and pushing through, which is it's a big thing right now. And once they get through that initial push, they're getting some daylight. And that time, it's just a simple wheel route there, and runs it along the right side and is able to pick up the 1st down.
Brennan Harris, the center. He's over the ball. Foss ready to go, takes the snap. Handoff that time to Reardon. He scrambles, gets caught from behind, but still picks up several yards on the play for the Shells, who I believe got across for a 1st down. So it'll be 1st and goal.
Looks like gets this one down to about the 2-yard line, 3-yard line, they're saying,
So Shells knocking on the doorstep here again in the 1st quarter. They lead 6-0. 8 minutes left to go here in the 1st quarter. And off around the corner, that time to number 5, Blake Vandiver, touchdown, Shells. A 3-yard touchdown run. Blake Vandiver puts the Shells on the board again, 12-0.
And they take advantage of the onside kick, and Vandiver right up the gut and pushes that one in from 3 yards out. And just like that, the Shells got a couple of quick scores on the board, and we're not even halfway through the 1st quarter.
So we'll see if the Shells will try to square everything up, maybe try for 2 here. They're going to huddle up. I suspect that they will.
And they are.
And they're going to go for 2. Point after the 1st touchdown was no good, so they'll try it here. They've had some success so far. And they are in for the point after. That's a run in by Vandiver. He gets the touchdown. And
if you have car problems, Andy's has the solution. Customer service is priority number 1. Our dedicated staff will be more than helpful in getting your car back on the road while you relax in our comfortable waiting area. If needed, we'll also make arrangements for a rental. Our experienced ASC certified technicians will walk you through every step of the process. Andy's Tire and Auto Service offers every under-the-hood service you need. Visit one of our 4 convenient locations today.
this time, Litchfield does not fall for it. They catch it, drop on it, and they'll have decent field position to start their first offensive series of the game.
Well, maybe they just don't kick it deep then. We're giving them credit for a great onside kick, which it got me, but maybe this is something they do every time they kick it off.
Well, I was here for the game a few weeks ago, and they could kick, but they're just trying something a little bit different. There we go, handoff, fumble, ball's on the ground. I think the Panthers fell back on it again. And the handoff that time looked like to the 23 Maxwell, I believe, who's the receiver. Quarterback is number 42, Ryan Howard, a senior. And we were talking about a high number jersey for a quarterback. Second down for the Purple Panthers. Howard rolls out to the right, throws down the field. No one's there. Overthrows the intended receiver by about 7 or 8 yards. And it's now third down for Litchfield.
Well, when you were saying that this is a team that put some points on the board, you're thinking, well, that's pretty impressive, but they're down, when your offense gets on the field and you're down 14-0 before you even touch the football, You know, you already got your Daubers down a little bit. Psychologically, you might be out of it a little bit.
3rd and 10 for Litchfield. Howard falls back. He's going to throw up the middle. Caught, but still short of the first down. Caught around the 45-yard line. Pass caught by number 88, James Bryant, the senior. So it's a 4th and 6 or 7, 4th and 6 situation for Purple Panthers.
I can't see them going for it here, could they? I mean,
well, you know, when like I said, that covering the Hillsboro Roxana game a few weeks ago, Hillsboro found themselves in an early hole and they had to go for it.
They are going.
So they're going to go for it here.
Wow.
Shotgun formation for the Panthers. And there's a handoff to the man to the right to left, but he slips trying to turn the corner. That was Alex Louie. And so the Shells will take over on downs. He just turned that corner and just fell.
Well, that's the thing. He may have had a chance to get the first down, but that's just it. Trying to turn that corner there. The field, as you know, we've had some pretty good rain here in the last 24 hours or so, and might have just, you know, caused him to lose his footing, and he slipped and fell. But if he's able to keep his feet there, he may be able to pick up the first down, but Shells are going to take over.
Shells will start near midfield. They're actually in Litchfield territory, and play is called dead there. The flag on the play.
Boy, Reardon was going to get a big gainer out of
he
that,
had,
too.
He had one guy to beat, and that was it. It may have even been, had to dodge the official, and the penalty looks like it's going to go against Roxana.
Thinking at this point he might get that to that 1,000-yard mark by the end of the first quarter.
So the penalty is against the Shells. I'm going to mark this one off. 5-yard drop back, and they'll start again. Well, this is what happened at the last time the Shells had the ball. They first play from scrimmage. They had a penalty. Still ended up scoring. 14-0, though, Shells still with the lead.
And you know what? This is their first offensive play from their own side of the field. The first 10 plays they've ran, they've all been in Litchfield territory.
And it's just barely. It's the 48-yard line. And there's the ball handoff, that time to number 5, Vandiver. Tackled almost immediately. In there on the tackle, Cole Winner for the Panthers, Purple Panthers.
Dropped him for about a 3-yard loss there. And we got some pretty good penetration in along that left side to be able, really no place for Vandiver to go. That's one of the few times so far that they've run the ball. Shells have run the ball on every play so far. One of the few times where Litchfield defense has been able to get some penetration into the backfield.
There we go. Foss under center. He's going to fall back. Now he's going to look to pass. Pass is deep.
Oh, he's open.
Oh, the one man. And Jared Foyles was the intended receiver, the junior, and he had no one near him, but overthrew him by about 2 or 3 yards. He tried to dive and catch it, but just a little bit too far out of his reach.
Boy, if he puts a little more air under that mark, I think he's walking down the sidelines for a touchdown.
He was near the 35-yard line when that ball met him, and he laid out but just couldn't grab it.
Somebody missed an assignment there for sure.
So there's a 3rd and long situation for the Shells, who need to get to about the 37-yard line of Litchfield for the first down. Quarterback Foss falls back. He's going to look for a man to throw to, and he does. That's across the way, far side of the field. And gang tackled is the Shells receiver. And Gentry, the receiver on that play, number 10. So not much gain there for Gentry, and he gets back to near midfield, about the 48-yard line. So the Shells will, I assume, kick it away unless they have something else in mind.
No, they'll punt. They should just punt this away and try to pin Litchfield deep in their own territory here if they can. Defensively, they've been, they've only been on the field for 3 plays so far, so it's not as if they're tired. So try to pin this deep, and Litchfield doesn't have anybody back here either. I don't know what's going on here. Well, you're going to get a delay of game.
Some misconfusion on the Shells part there. A couple of players running on and off the field. And then finally, a delay of game call against the Shells. And so Coach Keith is going to go out there and talk to his players about getting the plays in and get them right. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back with more in just a moment. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Dad, the toilet's clogged again.
RiverBender to the rescue. We'll clean any drain, anytime, anywhere. RiverBender is your locally owned and operated plumbing and drain cleaning company. We're friendly, fast, and reliable. RiverBender takes the extra steps to protect your home while providing stellar 24-hour emergency superhero service with hometown pricing. So for plumbing repairs, drain cleaning, water heaters, filtration systems, or just when your house pipes are in trouble, call RiverBender.
Welcome back to Roxana, Mark Ellerbrock, and Louis Corrick here on the Big Z as we got the Shells and the Purple Panthers of Litchfield. Roxana with the lead right now, 14-0. 4:47 left to go here in the first quarter. Things were kind of flying right along here, and now we're sort of mucked down in the middle of the field as the Shells took the timeout. As then there was a delay of game flag, but then they got credit for the timeout. So nonetheless, Shells going to kick this one away. And a nice high kick for the Shells, who end up capturing it themselves there as Reardon booted it way high, but not too far. The Shells touch it, and about the 28-yard line. Actually, now the 30. They moved it up 2 yards. So the 30-yard line is where the Shells stop the ball and where Litchfield will take over. So the Panthers, their second chance on offense here. Turned it over on downs, first time down the field. And they'll start on their own 30-yard line. They've got a man who's still on his feet. He rumbles and stumbles and bumbles his way. That's number 22, Louis again, Alex Louis. And he gets about 8 yards on the play.
Yeah, most definitely the best gain from scrimmage so far. But then again, I think we've already mentioned, only their fourth offensive play so far.
Tackle by Luke Curtis that time for the Shells. 2nd and 2 for Litchfield. Handoff up the middle, and initial tackle there by number 14, Alec Rebel. And it looks like he got the first down. He got across the 40. That was the first down marker, so it is a first down for Litchfield.
That time it was Connor Simmons, a junior, took that handoff and needed to gain the 40-yard line. He got it to the 41.
Receiver out to the right and left for the Panthers, but they hand it off up the middle. Initial surge there for the Shells. And again, actually that time a new runner, Connor Simmons, number 20. Actually, you just said, like you said, he had it just last time, so Simmons gets it again. So it'll be a second down and about 6 for Litchfield. About 3 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Shells leading 14-0. Handoff up the middle, and he breaks a couple of tackles, gets across the 50-yard line to the first down. And so a first down for the Panthers again. Simmons, the ball carrier once again. So he's their go-to guy here in this drive.
He picked up about 7 yards there. Got a good gainer. And that time he was able to slip through the initial tackle there. They had him right around the line of scrimmage and got to wrap up, and they weren't able to do it. And Simmons squirts through and a couple of first downs on this drive now for Litchfield.
As we mentioned, the Purple Panthers put up 48 points last week. Here's the pitch back for the Panthers. That time again, looks like it was Simmons again, number 20. So Connor Simmons wraps the ball, and now we've got a man down for the Shells. That looks like Vandiver.
It's Vandiver, yeah.
He's in there on the tackle, but he's shaken up. Curtis is there on the tackle as well, but Vandiver on the field. So they're going to check him out. We'll do this while they're checking him out. We'll take a quick break with 2:31 left to go in the first quarter. Shells with the lead 14-0. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm
And we're back in 3, 2, and 1. Welcome back to Roxana High School, Charlie Raich Field, where the Shells lead the Purple Panthers of Litchfield 14-0. And Blake Vandiver walked off the field under his own power, but he's shaken up, and he's going to sit on the bench for a little bit. They're going to check him out, make sure he is okay before he sees any more action. Right now the helmet is off, and he's going to take a little bit of a break. So, Purple Panthers have it 2nd and 7. They're on the Shells' 46-yard line. Misdirection, and the handoff ends up going up the middle. He's still trying to churn and burn there, but he's not going very far as he stopped about the 45-yard line. Simmons once again with the ball, and Logan Reardon there in the tackle.
Yeah, good job there of wrapping up, and this time not letting go. I mean, a couple of times they've been able to slip through the initial tackle, and this time the Shells do a good job and force a 3rd and about 3rd and 7 here. So opportunity here to get a stop. Litchfield has pushed it into Roxana territory.
Howard's going to fall back. He's in a pursuit. He throws downfield off to the far right side of the field, and the pass is incomplete. Intended for number 22, Alex Louie. It would have been a first down had he caught it. It was near about the 30, 35-yard line, so it's going to be a 4th down for the Purple Panthers.
Well, I'll tell you what, Logan Reardon was coming off on that weak side blitz, and he was about 2 steps away from putting his helmet into the number of Ryan Howard right in the middle of his 42 there. So good thing he got rid of it when he did. Yeah. And they're going to go for it here once again. Well, they went for it in their own territory. Why not here?
Well, yeah, exactly. And they've had some success in this drive. Howard's going to go back again. A little short squib pass, and dropped, almost intercepted by the Shells. Intended for number 20 that time. Connor Simmons and Luke Curtis had a hand on it, but he couldn't wrap it up, but the Shells get the ball back.
Yeah, it wasn't going to matter one way or the other, whether it was picked there or not. They're going to get the ball anyway, so defense does its job there. They tried to run more or less a little screen pass up the middle, and does not work out. So Litchfield already 0 for 2 on 4th down attempts here, and the Shells are going to get the ball once again. Boy, they've had great field position on starting drives here in this first quarter.
Roxana hands the ball, 1:26 to go. They have it on their own 45-yard line. And there we go, handoff to Reardon. He's down the right side. Look out, he turns on the afterburners. Is he's going to get there? Nope, they push him out of bounds about the 20-yard line. But boy, Reardon took off, and we have another Shell shaken up here in the backfield, but looks like he's okay. That's number 24 for the Shells, Jared Foyles. He's back on his feet, but he's limping a little bit, so he's going to come out. And they'll check him out.
Down to the 21-yard line, so 34-yard gain there for Reardon. And boy, he's having himself a heck of a first quarter here. He's getting close to 100 yards already.
He needed 179 to hit 1,000 yards for the season at the start of this game.
He's already up to 81.
Well, we all talked. Could he get it in this game? We never know.
Did he get it in his half?
Right. And there's the handoff, and he gets it again. Bounces off one man, finally wrapped up by the second man behind him there. Maybe a gain of about 2 on the play for Reardon. They may give him 3. They'll call it 3, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, he pushed that one to about the 18-yard line.
14-0 Shells with the lead right now as we're under a minute left to go in the first quarter. Shells probably get one more playoff here.
And here's another red zone drive.
Flip over to the red zone channel here. We got it here on the Big Z. And there's the handoff. Guess who? Wow. Reardon had the ball, and he was hammered that time by number 64, Cole Winter. Man, he met him pretty hard.
Yeah.
Nice tackle, and Reardon makes it back to the huddle.
Yeah, he lined him up pretty good that time, and that's one of those when you're a defensive player, you just said, I got you this time. I'm going to put a pretty good lick on you here. And boy, he sure did. Yeah, they're going to let this one run down.
Yeah. We are just about out of time here in the quarter, and that will send us to the second quarter with the Shells leading the Purple Panthers of Litchfield 14-0. Back with the second quarter in a moment. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
All right, sir, we finished all the services on your car. They'll take it over for your complimentary car wash, and they'll call you when it's ready.
Welcome back to Roxana High School. Charlie Rach Field with the Shells lead the Purple Panthers by a score of 14-0. Just now starting the second quarter, and it's 3rd and 7 for the Shells. And there's a little reverse action there for the Shells, who they keep going and going, and finally stopped. On that play is number 32, Seth Chester, the senior, the ball carrier. And he may have picked up 3 yards. It's going to be about 4th and 3. We'll see.
And Mark, I think you go for this.
I think you do too, because you've got some success on the ground, and
well, you
why
can
not?
you can almost insert the dagger here. You go up by 3 scores. Right. When I say 3 scores, I mean 3 touchdowns. Well, they may have induced a penalty.
I think you're right. 3rd down situation. They get a penalty against Litchfield, and that's a 1st down. We'll see. And it is offsides against Litchfield, so 1st down for Roxana. A break for the Shells. Designed or not, that was a situation where the Panthers needed to hold them strong, and instead they give up a penalty.
Well, any way you look at it, it's a mistake a 1 and 14 makes, and puts it at 1st and goal here, and Roxana now with a golden opportunity to score.
And I'll hand off that time to 32 again. That's Seth Chester. He gets a couple of yards. They start at the 9, maybe down to the 7. I'll give him 1 or 2. I'll make it 1. It'll be 2nd down and goal for the Shells. Threatening here, leading already 14-0. Shells 3 and 2 coming into this game. The Purple Panthers 1 and 4. Homecoming here for the Shells tonight on a nice, crisp night of football. 2nd down handoff. You guessed it. Number 28, Logan Reardon, and he gets a couple more closer to the goal line, but not quite there.
Yeah, and he gets about 2 yards on that, because that's going to get it down to about the 6. So, again, I think you're in 4-down territory here.
So they will mark the ball on the 6. 3rd and goal for the Shells. Looking to add to their lead. Brennan Harris, the center, over the ball.
I'd get them out wide. That's where they're getting their yards.
Quarterback. There's Foss rolling out to the right, tosses over into the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Roxana Shells. Sean Porter, but a flag is on the play. So we shall see who this one is on.
Yeah, they threw it right away, right in the middle of the field.
Roxana.
Ineligible downfield.
Well.
Boy, and it was a nice
against the Shells. Boy, it was
a
just
good
beautiful.
design play. Nice rollout, and receivers open in the right corner of the end zone, and
Porter was all alone in the corner.
Somebody jumped the gun there and went where they shouldn't have been.
So Foss comes to the sideline, gets the play, and he's back to the huddle. So 3rd and goal again.
Well,
so we'll see if the Shells throw at him this time.
Well, it's a predictable down. You're going to have to throw the football here. I don't see him running it, but I've been wrong before.
Well, Foss slips as he tried to maybe do a little toss or handoff, ended up handing it off kind of awkwardly to Reardon, who was put down almost immediately. So the Shells sort of have a busted drive here at the end, as they're now 4th and goal.
Well, not only did Foss slip, but I think Reardon slipped too.
Right.
It was just a busted play right from the get-go. And he lost about 3 yards on the play, back to the 14. Well, if you were going to go for it before, I would think you're going to go for it now. This would make it about a 31-yard field goal.
Fake handoff, and Foss rolling out to the right, rolling, looking for someone, throws deep into the end zone, no good. Intended receiver may have been Porter, but actually was thrown a little bit closer to a Purple Panther, so the Shells turn it over on downs, but Litchfield will start deep in their own territory. 8:52 left to go in this first half. Back with more in the moment. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
We're always looking for better ways to do things, but with some banks, better for them isn't always better for you.
You've reached MegaBank. Press 1 to hear your current balance. Press 2 to hear these options again.
Introducing free Kasasa checking. When you do stuff for us, like swipe your debit card or get e-statements, we make it even better for you with cash back and refunds on ATM fees. Kasasa, carried locally at Liberty Bank. Do you Kasasa?
Welcome back to Roxana as the Shells lead the Purple Panthers 14-0, but a drive there by the Shells stalled in the red zone, and that's a turnover on downs for the Shells. So Litchfield, they get the ball here, and the first play from scrimmage is a 2-yard run. Simmons, I believe. And the tackle in there, Foyles and Reardon for the Shells, so 2nd and 8.
Simmons has got the bulk of the carries here.
He certainly does. Ryan Howard's the quarterback. He wears number 42. There was a bit of a delayed handoff that time. And again, up the middle, Simmons again gets the ball.
Good yards.
Making his way up close to the first down. He's about a yard short. So a little second extra effort, a little extra pump there with the legs. And he's able to make it down. 3rd and 1 now for Litchfield.
A couple little stutter sidestep moves
It's
where he's
something.
just able to elude the would-be tacklers.
Keeps the legs going, kind of slides in between a couple of guys and falls forward and picks up an extra couple of yards. There's a handoff again, and maybe I think that was to Simmons again. We'll see, get the number here.
Yeah.
It's a first down, I think, now for Simmons, who crosses up near the 30-yard line. And they'll move it up again. He's at the 29, actually, of the yard line of the Panthers. Purple Panthers of Litchfield. So a first down for Litchfield.
Well, they've kind of settled down here a little bit after giving up those 2 early touchdowns.
Handoff to Simmons, runs into a wall of red. This time he does not slip between any defender. Multiple players in there, the tackle, and then there's a flag thrown at the play at the very end. So we'll see who that's going to be on.
Well, usually
by the official who was right above the players as they were getting up.
That's usually the personal foul variety if it comes in late.
Right. Well, one ref's pointing one way, the other official's pointing the other. So a foul, and the penalty's going to go against Litchfield, personal foul against Litchfield. So I don't know if he did something there as they were getting up or said something, but there were about 5 Shells and 1 Purple Panther in there, and something was said or something happened that the official saw, and Litchfield will be penalized for it.
Just look for the one that's got his hands up and says, "What did I do?"
What?
You've got your guilty party usually.
Well, Litchfield driving, had that first down. Well, there you go.
That pushes it all the way back to the 15.
That'll take it to the 15, so they need to get back up to about the 39. Let's just make it the 40-yard line for good measure, but they need
Second
a lot
and
of
a bunch.
Second and quite a bunch. Will they try to go to the air? Looks like they will throw it out, but it's incomplete. Pass intended for number 21, Sean Brune, off to the left side, but just a little bit over his head. And they'll make it a 3rd and long situation for Litchfield. 14-0. Roxana with the lead right now. Here about midway through the second quarter. Homecoming here in Roxana. Had some pregame festivities with some of their younger players. The band was out here. Some of the past band members, some parents and adults were in the band today for the national anthem and the Shells fight song. Shells like a homecoming victory. Panthers look, pass is complete, but he's wrapped up about the 20-yard line, so a gain, but not enough. on that one for.
It's like Bryant again, the tight end.
Yeah, it was Bryant. Yep. And Seth Chester, the Roxana Shell there in the tackle, took him out of bounds. So a long fourth down here, and
I don't see him going for it here, Mark.
I don't want to never say never, but it looks like we've got a player back to kick it, and that's Zach Skinner. Alec Ravel is there in the back. He will come up and field this. Oh, he missed it. Did he touch it? Who will get on it? Looks like the Shells, look like the Panthers.
Oh, wow.
And who recovers? It looks like it is the Panthers. The Panthers do recover it, as the Shells could not cover. And botched play there by the Shells will give Litchfield the ball in Shells territory. Ball on the 42-yard line of Roxana.
Just a mental mistake there. I believe it was that Sean Porter, number 80, that was back to receive there? Just a mental, because I think Pat Keith just called him over to him. Just a mental mistake there. You were going to get good field position, and he tried to run up quickly and catch that ball.
Howard throws across the middle, and it is complete. This time to number 88, James Bryant, and here come the Purple Panthers.
Well, they're going to try to take advantage of this, and boy, that's a big gainer all the way down to about the 18-yard line. Pickup of 24 right over the middle of the field.
Howard under Simmons in the backfield. He will get the ball, runs up the middle, but brought down almost immediately by a couple of Shells. Reardon is in there along with Luke Curtis. Don't forget, we will name the Munganast Alton Toyota Player of the Game when this one is all done. So we've got our play of the game and drive of the game to tell you about during our post-game show. Litchfield now threatening. They have about 5 minutes till halftime to get something done here. Shells lead 14-0. Hand off to Simmons. He rolls out to the left side. He's chased, pursued, finally brought down by 3 or 4 Shells.
Good
Simmons
job.
carrying that one, and Reardon among those making the tackle.
Boy, nice job there, because it looked like for a moment that Simmons was going to be able to gain the edge, and didn't get much there, so they limited him to about 2 yards there. So a nice job of pursuit and to limit the yards there, and limiting him to 2 yards, and it's going to bring up about 3rd and 6 here.
3rd and 6. Howard rolls out this time. The handoff to number 22 for Litchfield. That's Alex Louie. Close to the first down.
Yeah, they ran a little counter trap there and found a little hole through that left side. And you're right. Did he get the yards he needed?
No.
No.
Everyone's showing that they marked him short, so it's going to be a 4th and 1. Ball is on the just inside the 10. We'll mark it right about the 9-yard line. It's right there.
Chance for a big stop here.
Shells need it. There we go. Quarterback sneak up the middle is Howard. He's going to get that first down. Just like that, Litchfield gets another first down. Howard to the sidelines, gets his play. Litchfield threatening 1st and goal.
Well, he didn't just get the first down. He got it all the way down to about the 5-yard line. And Litchfield threatening here, trying to take advantage of that turnover.
Ball on the 5-yard line. Hand off to Simmons. He's going to roll right. Can he get around the corner? And he can. Did he? Yes.
Yep.
Yes, he does. Touchdown, Litchfield. A 5-yard touchdown run that time by Connor Simmons.
Well, and they take advantage of the mistake there. And don't look now, Mark. We got ourselves a ball game here.
So the Shells had a chance there as Litchfield had to punt, but they turned it over on the punt return. Litchfield takes over in Shells territory, marches down the field, and it ends with the 5-yard touchdown run by Simmons. It's
going for 2.
14-6. They're going to go for 2 here. Howard's going to roll again in the corner, and he will make it in for 2. And the Panthers have answered with their own two-point conversion. It's now 14-8. 3:30 left to go until halftime. Back with more in a moment. Roxana with the lead. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Roper's Regal Beagle, located on Godfrey Road, is the Metro East premier sports bar and grill. Open Sunday through Thursday till 2 a.m. and Fridays and Saturdays till 3 a.m. At Roper's Regal Beagle, you will enjoy some of the area's best pizza from their wood-fired pizza oven. There's also a full kitchen offering a huge variety, as well as a soup and salad bar. Sports fans, Roper's Regal Beagle is the place to watch the game. 27 TVs, NFL ticket, Big Ten, Pac-12, and streaming local high school sports.
Here in Shell Country, homecoming for Roxana. And Litchfield is about to kick it off to the Shells. And here we go, bit of a line drive kick. Fielded in the back, but he was down. Boy, number
knee was down.
Foyles had it, took it kind of on a hop, just a short hop, but his knee was down. He ran 10 yards before he got to any players, but they're going to call him down. And so the Shells will start at their own 24-yard line.
Boy, you started off so well moving the football here, Mark, and now you've kind of hit the skids here if you're Roxana a little bit. 3:28 to go in the half. I would think it would be in their best interest to maybe put together a nice little offensive drive here and try to put some points on the board before halftime, or otherwise you've got a fired-up team over there that's they're right in this ball game now.
Yeah, Shells need to answer here and get control of this game again. And here comes their first play from scrimmage. The Shells, before like you said, Louis, the Panthers are fired up. Chester takes the ball in the handoff. He gets around the corner, but only gets a yard on the play, maybe 2. And they will give him 2, 2nd and 8. Yeah, but you're right, to kill that clock, get down there, put something on the board. Even if it's a field goal, you score right before halftime because the Panthers will get the ball to start the second half.
And I'm looking over here, and we see Blake Vandiver still sitting on the bench over here. So my guess is he's done for the night. And taking him out of the game here is somewhat limited this running game all of a sudden, too.
He had the second touchdown of the game for the Shells, a 3-yard touchdown run, but he's an important part of the Shells offense. But he is out with an injury. And there's a handoff this time back around the corner. Coming up the middle again was Reardon.
Boy, just not a lot there.
No, not at all. As the Panthers, as you said, they've got that momentum now. Taking advantage of a miscue on a punt by the Shells, a turnover. Litchfield turns it into 8 points. Now they've got the momentum here. Shells need a big play, and they need it now. It's 3rd down. 3rd and 6 for the Shells. About 2 minutes left to go till halftime.
Yeah, and you're in a passing down here, and you really haven't you've only attempted 3 passing plays so far in this first half.
Chester out wide to the left. Reardon in the backfield. Foss is going to pass back, throw up the middle, and the pass is caught for a first down and then some that time. Number 32, Seth Chester.
Huge first down.
That is a big first down up to about the 40-yard line of the Shells. That brings the crowd to life here.
Boy, they needed that one in the worst way. Nice little rollout to his left and actually throwing off balance.
He was, you're right. But made the completion to Chester. He's going to look back and pass again, this time over to the right side.
He's open.
Deep. What a catch! What a catch for the Shells by number 24, Jared Foyles. He laid out, Louis, about the 40-yard line and caught it. Where they mark him, they'll mark him at the 40. So he laid out about the 44 and came down at the 40. I thought maybe he had a few more yards than that, but what a catch.
Didn't we see a play like that in the first half, but he just missed his receiver?
He just missed it.
Just missed it. Really the same play.
And Foyles was all alone, too. Going to the air again is Foss. Tipped, caught by the Shells. Tipped by Litchfield, but caught by the Shells. There's number 32, Seth Chester. Now the Shells have some momentum here as Foss is going to the air.
Yeah, all of a sudden the passing game has kind of brought this to life. And you're going to get a first down here.
And you just said he had 1 pass for the night. Here we go. In this drive, we've picked up some yards all on passing.
were 1 for 3 before these last 3 pass. Now they've gone 3 straight pass plays and have gained 43 yards. Litchfield's going to take a timeout defensively here. Yeah, they're pinned back on their heels here.
Throw things down for a little bit and slow it down. 1:02 left to go here until halftime. We'll pause for a few messages, come back with more. After this, you're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
We're always looking for better ways to do things, but with some banks, better for them isn't always better for you.
You've reached Megabank. Press 1 to hear your current balance. Press 2 to hear these options again.
Introducing free Kasasa checking. When you do stuff for us, like swipe your debit card or get e-statements, we make it even better for you with cash back and refunds on ATM fees. Kasasa, carried locally at Liberty Bank. Do you Kasasa?
Panther territory, delayed handoff that time. Look at that. There goes a touchdown run for the Roxana Shells. Number 28, Logan Reardon, his second of the night.
Boy, did they completely fool this defense on that play. I mean, just about as long of a delayed draw as you can possibly imagine there. And boy, it's a cliche, but you talk about a parting of the Red Sea there. I think we just saw a good example of it. Wow.
There was one other Purple Panther, and he was about 7 or 8 yards upfield the other direction, and Reardon just zipped past him towards the corner. And the Shells, as we were saying, needed to score, and they did. They're going to go for 2 here for the extra point. And there they go up the middle, and 2-point conversion is good for the Shells. That's Jared Foyles. And the Shells put 2 more on the board, so it's 22-8, 55 seconds left to go until halftime. Back with more in a moment. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Well, they needed an answer there, obviously, after Litchfield got a little bit of momentum after the turnover. Look at this. Look at this.
That's a live ball. It ricochets off of the kneecap of a Litchfield player, but piled on eventually by purple, more purple than red. Shells had a moment, but Litchfield does recover.
I thought they were going to come up with that.
Yeah, it was pretty close. That's what happened earlier on in the game, if you remember. Shells scored their first kickoff then to the Panthers. A little pooch kick that bounced off of a Litchfield player. Roxana recovered. They ended up scoring again. So Litchfield has a chance to put one more drive together, but Roxana defense is going to swarm in, that time on number 21. That's Sean Bruin. Several Shells in there on the play, and including Billy Mathis, number 55, that had the initial hit. No gain on the play, and we're now in the 30 seconds, so we'll see if Litchfield tries one more play here.
No, I think you're in that area where you just don't want to turn the football over here.
Howard hands off around the corner. Number 22 gets the ball. That's Alex Louie. And he did not get out of bounds, and that will run out the clock. So we head to halftime with Roxana leading 22-8 here on Homecoming. We'll be back with the half in just a moment. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
One of the greatest myths about car dealers is that some pay less for their cars than others. Hi, I'm John Roberts, and we all pay the same. Here at Roberts Motors, we can compete with any Ford dealer, regardless of how big they are or how great they say their deals are. The number one concern of anyone buying a car today is service. At Roberts Motors, we pride ourselves in exceptional service before, after, and during the sale. Stop in today and see why Roberts has been the home of happy customers since 1949. Or see us online at RiverBender.com.
get ready to welcome your high school marching band with a big round of applause as the members of the Roxana Shells marching band take the field. Hey, let's give one more nostalgic salute to the alumni of the Roxana Marching Band who joined our students tonight. Salute! The marching band is led by drum majors Amy Huebner and Alexis Stump, and is directed by Miss Nancy Sabai. Tonight, your Roxana Shells marching band will perform Bruno Mars' super hit Treasure. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Roxana Marching Band. The show, take it away, drum major! You're ready for your minds to be blown by the Roxana Marching Band's rendition of Ramin Djawadi's theme to the Game of Thrones.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure to introduce you to the 2014-15 Roxana High School Varsity Homecoming Court. The first maid of honor is Miss Emily K. Huppert. Emily is the daughter of Julie Huppert of Roxana. Miss Huppert is being escorted by Mr. Joey Ingram. Joey is the son of Sheila Goforth and Jean Ingram of Roxana. The second maid of honor is Miss Andrea Lawson. Andrea is the daughter of Brad Lawson and Deborah Weller of Roxana. Andrea is being escorted by Mr. Michael Milkey. Michael is the son of Mike Milkey and Linda Milkey of Wood River. The third maid of honor is Miss Morgan Catherine Lively. Morgan is the daughter of Charlotte Lively and Greg Lively of Rosewood Heights. Miss Lively is being escorted by Mr. Randy Skiff. Randy is the son of David and Stephanie Eufert of East Dalton. The fourth maid of honor is Miss Miranda Cunningham. Miranda is the daughter of Will Cunningham and Chris Cunningham of Roxana. Miranda is being escorted by Mr. Gabriel Coons. Gabe is the son of Pam Gilland and Terry Coons of East Dalton. Roxana High School's 69th varsity homecoming queen is Miss Bailey Ann McGuire. Bailey is the daughter of Kelly McGuire and Tim McGuire of East Dalton. Miss McGuire is being escorted by Mr. Wade McGee. Wade is the son of Pamela McGee and Joseph McGee of East Dalton. Roxana High School congratulates the members of the varsity homecoming court.
Set, hit. Protection! Can anyone over there give me protection?
Danny, hold.
Put me in, coach. I can offer protection. Set, hit. Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Defensively, and you make a stand, maybe get a 3 and out, force a turnover or something, and get your offense the ball back and try to gain a little separation here. I mean, it's, like you said, 22-8. It's a decent lead, but you haven't really pushed the opposition out of the game yet.
Right.
So what you want to do is you come out early in this third quarter and really establish the momentum that you just grabbed back with a nice drive at the end of the half and gain a little more separation. Then you get up by 3 scores here. Maybe then you start to get this Litchfield team a little bit down here. But, if they get the ball and march down and score here and get to within 1 score again, now you're probably going to be in for a dogfight the rest of the half.
Number 5, Blake Vandiver, still on the bench, and he was shaken up there back in the first quarter and has been out ever since, so we're just assuming he is done for the day. No helmet, a bag of ice sitting next to him, and he's just hanging out there along the sidelines on the bench. So we hope that he will bounce back from his injury, and we'll see if the Shells can win one for him. Win one here in homecoming. Nice festivities at halftime with the introduction of the homecoming court, and we're set to go in the third quarter. Shells with the lead. And a kickoff, there it is, that short kick again, and a fair catch call.
Oh, it's dropped.
Let's see what happens. It dropped. Let's see who jumps on it. And on the side is recovered by the Panthers. He was calling for a fair catch, and then he dropped it. So Litchfield will start on their own 35-yard line.
I wonder if, because Litchfield, they had their hands team on over towards that right side of the field. Wouldn't that have been something if Vandiver would have pulled an about face and decided to kick? Because I'm looking, if he kicks it over here, there was really nobody over here to cover a football up.
Right. Well,
something to think about moving forward.
Roxana defense stuffing again. Connor Simmons, who's seen plenty of the action tonight on the ground for Litchfield. He picks up about 3 yards on the play. And it'll be second down as we were talking there. Vandiver, who was injured, he now is standing with the rest of the team along the sidelines. So that is a good sign. So it's 2nd and 7 for Litchfield. Ryan Howard is their quarterback. He's under center, hands off to the second man past him behind. Running over to the left side is number 22, Alex Louie. And tackled that time by Logan Reardon, number 28, who has 2 touchdowns tonight. And needed 179 to get to 1,000. And what do you have him unofficially for right now?
11 for 115 in the first half.
Could be a 1,000-yard season for Reardon tonight or maybe next week. Quarterback keeper this time as Howard moves forward, and he gets the first down. So Litchfield moving the ball on the ground, makes up some ground and pushes through that line. Tackled by number 80, Sean Porter, in there in the tackle. So it'll be first down for Litchfield. They're almost to midfield, about the 47-yard line, their own 47 on this drive. First drive of the second half. Litchfield got the kickoff. One man in motion, that's Dewey. Hand off to Simmons. He bounces off the pack and rolls out to the right side. He's got some room across midfield down to the 40, 35, and knocked out of bounds about the 35-yard line into Roxana territory. Another first down for Litchfield.
Well, they're putting together a pretty good drive together now, and that time he gains about 18 yards, by far Simmons' best carry of the game.
Panthers driving here. Now in Roxana territory. First down for the Panthers. 22 is the ball carrier. He's over to the left side. Finally knocked out of bounds by the Shells, but a nice play by Louie. Alex Louie. and Alec Ravel ran him out of bounds. Close to the first down. We'll see, mark this one, but I see a flag on the carpet out there, so we'll.
That's usually holding territory.
Yeah, right there near the first down marker. So we'll see what the call is as you hear the crowd reacting to the announcement of the Cardinals score. Penalty is going to go against Roxana. And as of the time we're doing this game, Louis, the Cardinals have mounted a comeback, and they're now leading 7-6. So
Unbelievable.
the excitement of the game on the field and everyone holding their phones at the same time.
There's going to be a lot of dead batteries by the time people get home tonight, including mine.
I looked in the crowd at halftime and counted about 20 phones that were out, people watching the scores. The Cardinals were trying to score some runs, and the Shells trying to stop Litchfield from scoring here. First down for the Panthers. Hand off to Simmons again up the middle. He's brought down by a host of Shells there in the middle. And maybe a pickup of 2 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and 8 for Litchfield, who threatens again. The penalty pushed the Shells back, puts Litchfield into the red zone here. Ball marked on the 10-yard line, so the Panthers threatening here in their first drive of the half. Hand off to Simmons looking for a hole. He finds one, missed tackle.
Yeah, you can't have that.
A couple of missed tackles on the leg. They just slip right off of him. And Simmons, as he's done all game, Louis, he finds those holes and moves up into the pocket. Picks up a few more yards. He's close to a first down again.
Yeah, he gets about 5 yards, picks up half of what he needed to the goal line there, gets it all the way down to the 5. It's going to bring up about a long 3rd and a long 1, maybe 3rd and 2 here.
Howard under center. Simmons the backfield. He
right in his
first
tracks.
went in there. Reardon is in there for the Shells, as is number 52, Luke Curtis. They stop him there that time, so it'll be another 4th down situation for the Panthers, who are, well, they're going to have to go for it here. They're on the 6. They need to get to the 5 for the first down. And maybe in some breathing room to make it 1st and goal, maybe a touchdown. We'll see. They're going to go for it here. 4th and 1, 8:22 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
You want a huge stop, Mark? This is a chance.
Simmons with the ball.
Oh, they got him.
He is stopped. He's still going, though, on his feet. Finally brought down.
Great stance.
By 3 or 4 Shells, led by number 59, Josh Rudd. Nice play by Rudd. And the Shells do hold, and the Panthers turn it over on downs. So we'll be back with the Shells offense in just a bit. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
The Shells, 10-yard line.
Big stuff there on the 4th down and 1 situation for Litchfield. Litchfield turns it over on down, so Roxana will start from their own 5-yard line. And they begin this drive. Could it be the drive of the game? We'll find out. We'll name the QualityGMCars.com drive of the game at the end of this one, Louis. And that was a huge stop for the Shells.
Oh, I mean, immense. Just, you know, you're thinking, did we just lose it?
No, we're good.
Okay. I think we did lose it. It didn't sound.
Reardon, the ball carrier. No gain on the play. Bring up a 2nd down and 10.
All right, back in 3.
12-yard gain on the play.
Welcome back to Roxana. A little technical difficulty. Apologize for that. Roxana picks up a 1st down on this drive. Drive began on their own 5-yard line. They're up to the 35-yard line. As we mentioned, waiting for to call this one perhaps a drive of the game, but the Shells stopping Litchfield on a 4th and 1 at the 5-yard line. They stuffed Connor Simmons, so that now the Shells reversing things. It's 1st and 10. They have it on their own 35-yard line. Foss under center, hands off to the second man around the corner. I believe that was Reardon again, if I'm not mistaken. He does get the ball for nearly a 5-yard gain on now 2nd down.
Well, I've got him unofficially now up to 134. Well, he's getting there.
It's within striking distance. We mentioned Reardon needed 179 yards in this game to get to 1,000. 1,000 yards for the season. 22-8, Litchfield trailing Roxana here. We're in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 5 around the corner. The Shells, 1st down and more. 1 move, 2 moves. Nice play there. Nice run by Jared Foyles. He's across midfield and finally brought down at the 41-yard line. Excuse me, the 46-yard line of Litchfield. Now into Purple Panther territory.
Mark, these can be defining drives because when you come up with a nice goal line stand like you did, you're almost counting on Litchfield. From Litchfield perspective, you're almost counting on scoring points there and making this a 1-score game. And now if Roxana can put a drive together going the other way, you're almost talking about it's a 14-point swing.
And there's a handoff this time, I believe, again to Foyles. He bounced off a couple of guys and finally was brought down, as he's helped up by Reardon there. And so not a big gain. It's going to be 2nd down and 3, 2nd down and 7, maybe it's 8 yards, so maybe a gain of 2. Foss brings the play in as Roxana killing the clock. Nice drive so far. They start on their own 5-yard line after a big stop on 4th down. Foss falls back. Delayed handoff this time to Reardon. There he goes. He's around the corner. 1 man to beat, will be brought down. Finally stumbled and brought down.
Oh, did he fumble the ball?
Well, the ball is loose. Let's see. They're rolling around for it. Will they say he was down? No indication. Now the officials are going to have to talk about it. Looked like he recovered.
We saw the ball come out. Now from where we're at, was his knee down? We can't tell from here.
Well, no, there's finally the referee says 1st down for Roxana, so a nice carry that time for the Shells.
And they were saying he was down by contact, so.
All right, so 1st down for the Shells. Nice run that time by Reardon. First and goal for the Shells. Handoff around the corner to Chester, and he's knocked out of bounds near the track. He may have been tackled late, but nonetheless, Chester gets around the corner, picks up a couple of yards in the carry. And it'll be a 2nd down, 2nd and goal for the Shells. As you have the crowd react again as the Cardinals have scored again, so they are putting up some runs now.
Matt Holliday home run.
There you go, we'll take that. 10-6 at this time for the Cardinals. You're listening to this, the game is already over, I know, but people are having fun watching this game and also keeping track of the Cardinals. Shells threatening again. That carry by Jared Foyles. He picks up a few more yards. It's there within striking distance once again. Pickup of 3, and looks like a 3rd and goal situation. Ball on the 5. And the Shells have carried it so far 90 yards downfield. This could be the QualityGMCars.com drive of the game. Foss under center, rolls to the right, looking for the intended receiver, number 32, Seth Chester, had it and dropped it.
Dropped a sure touchdown there.
I think he may have turned looking at it. He had 1 guy to beat. may have turned a little bit too early and just lost track of the ball. So it's a 4th down situation now for the Shells.
I'll say this, it's been a time-consuming drive.
They have eaten some clock here. 3:38 clock is stopped. And we'll see what the Shells decide to do here. They will go for it on a 4th and goal. Litchfield had this earlier, and Roxana stopped him. Can the Shells be stopped?
Oh, he can run that in.
Rolls out. He's pursued, but he is tackled. The play is busted at the end as Foss was looking for someone, couldn't find anyone open, and then he was just surrounded by Purple Panthers, so a big stop for Litchfield.
Mark, if he would have taken off around the edge right away, he could have walked that thing in, but he was rolling out for a pass and allowed the defense was able to pursue and get there in time. But boy, if he would have read that right away, Foss, he could have got to the edge, and around the edge he would have had himself a touchdown there. But 2 big defensive stops by both teams.
So how about this? Roxana starts in their own 5. Litchfield stops them on their own 5, and so they get the ball back and start again. They have to go 95 yards for a touchdown. Ryan Howard's the quarterback. He's going to throw out to the right side, and the first man there to wrap him up. A couple of Shells are in there, including number 10, Trace Gentry. Pass was again to Simmons, who again has seen the bulk of the action offensively tonight for the Purple Panthers.
There's okay, never mind. I'm thinking there's a flag on the field, but I'm looking at the football.
22-8, Litchfield trailing Roxana. The Shells leading here on their own homecoming night. 2nd down now for Litchfield. Hand off around the corner to Simmons, looking for some open territory, but no. And there was a big stop there by 14, Alec Ravel. He didn't wrap him up, but he made him stumble, and he couldn't stay in bounds and knocked out of bounds. Close to the 1st down, but still just short by about a yard and a half, 2 yards. They're going to say it's 3rd and 1 as he got some yardage on that play. Ball up to about the 15-yard line now of Litchfield. 1 man in motion. Roxana jumped offside, got back. Litchfield trying to draw him offside, and instead they will take a timeout. We will take a timeout as well, as with the lead, Roxana 22-8. 2:08 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back at Roxana, Mark Edelbrock here alongside is Louis Korick on the Big Z. Glad you are along with us for this broadcast. 2 broadcasts tonight here on the Big Z. You heard the Pawnee at Marquette game earlier. Homecoming for the Explorers. Homecoming here for the Shells. Shells leading Roxana now 22-8. Litchfield with the ball here, trying to get out deep out of their own territory. And it looks like they have picked up the 1st down. They have. They needed just a yard to get that 1st down. They got it, and maybe then some. So it's 1st and 10 for Litchfield.
And it was Simmons on the carry again. And they picked up the 1st down, but they've only gotten it out to their own 18-yard line, and we're under 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter.
The quarterback looking for someone to pass to. He throws it out way over the head of the intended receiver, number 21, Sean Brune. So that'll bring it 2nd down. We mentioned the games tonight. 2 more tomorrow, actually 3 more tomorrow. You can hear Fighting Illini football tomorrow morning at 10:40 with the pregame right after Sports Talk with Brent Berkler. They'll be on the air at 10. Scores, highlights, coaches' interviews, and more tomorrow morning. CM and Highland will be on the air about 3 o'clock tomorrow on tape delay, and then Alton against Belleville East about 5:15 on tape delay tomorrow afternoon on the Big Z. And we'll do it all over again next weekend with more prep action. The Shells will be up in Gillespie next weekend.
I think we missed a penalty here, Mark.
Well, there was a penalty there. Yes, indeed, when it went against the Shells. So a penalty on the Shells, and Litchfield moves up to about the 30-yard line. Howard is
that can be picked.
under pressure, but no, the ball is caught by number
Look at
22
this.
for Alex Louie, and he is gone down the sidelines. There is a flag on the play. It is a touchdown for Litchfield, but the flag is on the field, and that's going to bring back, a holding call against Litchfield. What a break for the Shells.
You go from the ball should have been picked to it being tipped, caught, run for a touchdown, and that little yellow thing out there can throw everything off kilter, though, can't it?
It can. And the Litchfield coaching staff is just beside themselves, arms crossed, staring at their players, staring at the referee, and so they go back again. The Shells catch a break.
That's only their third penalty of the game, and boy, what an inopportune time for them to get one.
Well, they need to get back to about the 43-yard line for the first down.
They're at about the 23, 24-yard line now, but
So
boy,
it
that
is,
one hurt.
1st and 20. Howard in the shotgun. Looking. He's going to take it himself. He's going to pick up some yardage and then some. He's brought down from behind, and he gets the first down. He's across nearly to midfield. He's about the 46-yard line, almost to midfield, and so he picks up the first down, gets to the 47-yard line.
That
just when you didn't need that.
No.
Well, for the Shells at least, but for Litchfield, that was a big play by quarterback Ryan Howard.
Well, defensively, just containment was not properly executed there. I mean, everybody, they just left the entire middle of the field wide open, and the pocket just opened up, and he was able to take advantage of it.
Howard falls back and go to the air, deep throw down the sidelines, one man to beat, and he had his man, but the ball was overthrown. Pass intended for number 88, James Bryant, who's been at the receiving end a couple of times tonight. But that time, ball was well thrown, just overthrown to James Bryant. So Shells catch a break, 2nd and 10. We're at 49 seconds left to go here in the third. As Litchfield tries to bounce back here. The two teams have turned it over on downs once here in the third quarter. Howard will hand it off to the third man behind him. That was number 22, Alex Louie. And he gets about 2 yards on the play, so it's going to be a third long situation for Litchfield. They'll call it 3rd and 7. Ball at midfield. Clock is running. They may run this one out. We'll see if they have enough time.
If I was
try to
them,
get one play off. And they will. Into 20 seconds left to go. Howard in the shotgun. Falls back. Who will he look for? He's under pressure. Look out. Here come the Shells.
Oh,
Wrapped him up.
one-handed.
What a great play. Jordan Hawkins, the freshman, number 45, brings him down for a big-time loss, down back to the 35-yard line of Litchfield.
15-yard loss.
So after the third quarter, the score has not changed. Roxana maintains the lead 22-8. It's going to be long for Litchfield when they come back. We'll be back with more in a moment. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Sports, food, and good times. That's what you'll find at Alton Sports Tap. With our daily specials and the best wings around, no game day is complete without us. Between our main bar, enclosed and outdoor patios, you won't know where to begin your evening. Alton Sports Tap has a spacious banquet center offering plenty of space to host any event and the food to make it great. Whether you stop by to catch a game, grab dinner, or enjoy our new live gaming, Sports Tap has got you covered.
And that'll take the Shells back to about their own, it looks like about the 18-yard line. So the Shells have a long way to go, but Litchfield turns it over on downs. Roxana turns it over on downs. Litchfield then has to punt at the end of that drive. We're now in the fourth quarter. No scoring in the third quarter that time. So no eligible drive of the game, but don't forget, along with our drive of the game, we will name the Munganast Alton Toyota player of the game.
Well,
at the end of this
considering Roxanna already had a fumble on a punt return, I think it was wise just to let that thing go.
So here come the Shells, and oh, boy, Reardon had a chance to break free, but somebody caught him right at the end there by the heel, and brought him down. But he still picked up about 5 or 6 yards on the play. They'll call it 2nd and 4 for the Shells.
And that run put him over 1,000 yards for the season.
Logan Reardon has run for over 179 yards tonight. And now he's up over 1,000 for the season. I suspect he'll get a few more tonight.
He was at 178 coming into that carry.
Guess who has the ball? If there was any doubt, he has it again, but there was a flag thrown on the play there from the backfield. Reardon with the ball, gets the first down, but the players are going to confer. I see a holding call here, and it's going to be holding. Well, the referee's going to call it, now he's going to double check with the other officials. They're going to clear things up here. Make sure they get it right, pointing towards the Roxana side. Fourth quarter of action here in Roxana. Mark Ellerbrock and Louis Corrick with you. Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight in the Big Z. We've got 2 more prep games tomorrow, along with Illini football. Now we're up to 4 officials in the huddle. Here comes the referee for the signal, holding against Roxana. And a personal foul against Litchfield, so the penalties
they offset,
cancel each other out, offsetting penalties. So let's do it again, boys. So it'll be a 2nd and 4 situation. Official gathers his flag. And we'll see if Reardon will get the ball again.
Put the ball to 24 and do it all over again. But congratulations to him. He is up to 184 yards on the night.
Well, busted play there. Flag in the field. Ball flipped up in the air. Foyles had it, lost it. So there's a flag, and we'll see if the call is here. And it's offsides, illegal motion, against Roxana. So another penalty, legal procedure penalty against the Shells. That'll push him back 5 yards. So back-to-back penalties against the Shells. Not what you want to do when you're trying to put some more points on the board.
That last run by Logan Reardon put it over 1,000 yards for the season.
And here's Foyles under center. Ball on the ground, fumble, but Foss falls on it. And another busted play for the Shells. Boy, this drive has just not gone their way. As the Shells penalized twice, that time a fumble. Foss fell on it, so now that brings us to 3rd down, 3rd and 11. So the Shells huddle up. Litchfield defense is ready to go.
Well, they're going backwards here more than anything.
Now a timeout is called by the Shells. They want to clear things up. Shells lead the Panthers 22-8. 10:42 left to go in this one. We're back in a moment. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Roper's Regal Beagle, located on Godfrey Road, is the Metro East premier sports bar and grill. Open Sunday through Thursday till 2 a.m. and Fridays and Saturdays till 3 a.m. At Roper's Regal Beagle, you will enjoy some of the area's best pizza from their wood-fired pizza oven. There's also a full kitchen offering a huge variety, as well as a soup and salad bar. Sports fans, Roper's Regal Beagle is the place to watch the game. 27 TVs, NFL ticket, Big Ten, Pac-12, and streaming local high school sports.
With a 3rd down and 11 situation, they're on their own 19-yard line here against Litchfield. They do lead 22-8. Chance Foss under center. Reardon rolls around, maybe a receiver. Tossed down the field.
Oh, he's got him.
Caught by the Shells. Number 14 has it into the end zone. He goes.
Wow.
Touchdown, Roxana. Alec Revelle with the reception. What a pass and what a run for the Shells. 81 yards.
Boy, you're not kidding there. And just a perfect throw from Foss. I mean, you can't fault the defensive back there for the coverage. The coverage was airtight. That ball just had to be perfectly thrown in stride where the receiver doesn't stop for the ball, doesn't have to really extend for it. I mean, it was just dropped right in his lap about as perfectly as a ball could be thrown. And 82 yards later, and wow, nice run and catch there from Revelle and a big score for the Shells.
So the Shells there from the 18-yard line. Now they go for two. And scrambling in for the two-point conversion is Reardon once again. He puts two more on the board. And the Shells put two more on the board. It is now 30-8. 10:28 left to go in this one. Roxana with the lead. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Dad, the toilet's clogged again.
Rooterman to the rescue. We'll clean any drain, anytime, anywhere. Rooterman is your locally owned and operated plumbing and drain cleaning company. We're friendly, fast, and reliable. Rooterman takes the extra steps to protect your home while providing stellar 24-hour emergency superhero service with hometown pricing. So for plumbing repairs, drain cleaning, water heaters, filtration systems, or just when your house pipes are in trouble, call Rooterman.
You were basically at, what, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12 there, and just a perfect, simple pitch and catch, right?
Sure.
It wasn't that simple, but boy, it was executed well.
And speaking of execution, the Panthers botched that one, but they may get it back as the receiver
Are you
still
kidding? Look
on
at this.
his feet. Oh my goodness. He's on his feet, missed two more tackles, finally brought down back the Shells 40-yard line. That's number 22, Alec Louie. Where do we want to start here, Louie? The two of the up men for the Panthers ran into each other. Ball hit one of them, went over their head. Louie picked it up. He had Shells all around him, and somehow he made it through. And boy, did the Panthers need that.
Well, they gained about 40 yards more than they should have had here. I mean, they should be back at about their own 20-yard line, and I don't know. Some missed special teams assignments there, and 10 minutes left. Litchfield's got to get on the ball here.
We're going to start from the
They've got a man.
Roxana 40-yard line. He dropped that one. What a break for, well, not even a break. I mean, that was just good running. He didn't stop, and the Shells just missed tackle after tackle before he was finally brought down. So in Roxana territory, it's now second down. The pass from Howard there, the first play from scrimmage, is no good.
That ball should have been caught. But if you're a Roxana fan and a Roxana defensive player, you'll take it. That was a break.
Was to Bryant again, the intended receiver. So this time Howard going under center. And number 22 in motion, who is brought down big time there by the Shells by number 45, Jordan Hawkins. And Louie, who ran that one back, the kickoff return back.
How about Reardon? He's in on that play too. Well, he's had a good game defensively as well.
So loss of actually one on that play. So it's 3rd and 12 for the Purple Panthers. Big run back after the kickoff. They need to get some points on the board here to stop the Roxana momentum. Howard looking up the middle, throwing incomplete. And that one nowhere near the intended receiver, Louie. And so just like that, Litchfield has not yet taken advantage of that big return, as they're now at 4th and long. 4th and 12 officially, and with time ticking off the clock here, under 10 minutes left to go, they'll go for it. But they've gone for it. Fourth down for many times tonight.
Well, you're under 10 minutes to go. You're down 3 scores here. You need to push the envelope more than anything right now. At this point, you got nothing to lose.
Absolutely not. Well, we'll see what Howard has cooked up here. 2 receivers wide to left, one rolling out to the right. That's Simmons. The pass up the middle, tipped and incomplete, and they will turn it over on downs. Roxana with the lead, 30-8, 9:17 left to go. Back in a moment, You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
What brand of vehicle do you drive? Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, GMC, Buick, Toyota? No matter what brand of vehicle you drive, Quick Lane at Roberts Motors can take care of your maintenance needs. And you don't need an appointment here, just drive on in. Need tires? No need to shop around. We have the lowest tire prices around, guaranteed. Stop in today and see why life truly is better in the Quick Lane. Or see us online at RiverBender.com.
Shells, and rumbling up the field is number 32, Seth Chester. He's seen some more touches tonight, and he rumbles. The first down was pretty even here with us. They give him a first down, 10 yards in the play.
All you want to do is move the chains and keep the clock running if you're Roxana at this point. Down to the 47-yard line.
And the clock is running. We're just about at 9 minutes left to go here in this game. Roxana on the road next week. They'll be in Gillespie tonight. Right now leading the Purple Panthers in South Central Conference action. Voss is under center. And the handoff again. I believe again that goes to Chester. And he may have picked up a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 for the Shells. Litchfield next week at home. They will host Pana in the conference. Homecoming here in Roxana, chilly night. Some of the crowd heading out here after that last touchdown. Others are here and bundled up.
Well, you celebrate the victory.
Yeah, that's right.
Puts you within one score of, or one win of a playoff berth.
Voss keeps it this time. He's around the far side of the field, trying to get around the corner. Gains about 6 yards in the play. It's going to get close to the first down. And he's across the 40 to, actually will mark it at the 40-yard line. So it's about 3 yards short. It'll be 3rd and 3 on the play. Shells and Purple Panthers here tonight. 30-8. Shells looking to go to 4-2 if they can win this one.
Well, at this point, I think they're in good shape, but we got a timeout.
Yep. And they will call a timeout, and that's a Shells timeout, so we'll take a break as well. Again, 30-8 your score, 7:24 left to go in this one. Back in a moment. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Set, hit. Protection. Can anyone over there give me protection? Danny, hold. Put me in, coach. I can offer protection. Set, hit. Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
And Voss again doing a nice job being the general there in the backfield. And the Shells have the ball again, running up the middle. I believe, is that Reardon again or is that Chester? Who has it? I think that is Reardon. No, excuse me, that's number 10. Trace Gentry, I believe, who had that one. So Gentry across the 40-yard line into about the 34-yard line now of Litchfield. Again, Louis, as you said, burning clock, keeping it on the ground. You don't want to get Litchfield, give them a chance to get back in this one.
No, I mean, you're in pretty good shape right now, and just keep moving the chains and keep running the clock and get out of here and get to 4-2.
This time handoff to the second man around the corner. And that time to number 1, Trey Kelly, the sophomore, who gets a touch for the first time tonight. And he picks up about 5 or 6 yards in the play.
About 6 on the play. He's got a 2nd down and 4.
Ball in the 33, 2nd and 4.
26-yard line.
For the Shells. It's Kelly there in motion again, but this time, guess who it is? Reardon gets the ball. He's down across the 20 into about the 18-yard line. And a first down for the Shells. Run clock run, say the Shells fans. Hot chocolate sales, I'm sure, have been good tonight.
I would think so.
Saw a guy earlier who was trying to carry 4 up the steps. And he got them all safely to their intended recipients. 1st and 10, ball on the 18-yard line. Under 6 minutes left to go for the Shells. And a flag on the play. Saw some movement there for Litchfield. Was there movement also for the Shells? No, penalty on Litchfield. So that pushes back the Purple Panthers, who were 1-4 coming into this one. Showed some signs of life there toward the end of the second quarter. And a little bit there in the third, but that long play for the Shells, the 82-yard pass from Foster Revelle, that gave the Shells the momentum they needed. And looks like Kelly with the call again. Trey Kelly, the sophomore, number 1. May have picked up a yard or 2. And they'll make it second down.
Second and 2 from the 9-yard line.
Ball now to the 9-yard line of Litchfield as the Shells knocking again. Reardon in the backfield. Handoff to Reardon. Look at that.
That's easy.
Nothing but open land. 9-yard touchdown run for the Roxana Shells and Logan Reardon once again.
Well, I think, Mark, we can officially say that he's over 1,000 yards. I mean, we had it a while back, but a few little disputes there, but I think it's safe to say that he has made it.
Yeah. His 3rd touchdown of the night. Runs of 27, 30, and 9 for scores tonight for Roxana. And that's 36-8 your score. 5:05 left to go. Going to go for the point after this time. And the kick is up, no good. Blocked, actually. So that makes the score again. Roxana 36, Litchfield 8. Back with more in a moment. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
In the market for a new Nissan? Go no further than Auto Centers Nissan in Wood River, the #1 volume Nissan dealer in the Midwest. Auto Centers always has a huge selection, and every new Nissan is backed by Auto Centers' exclusive low price guarantee, 30-day return, and lifetime powertrain warranty. Auto Centers also has a gigantic pre-owned inventory, and regardless of any credit problems, Auto Centers will get you approved. So be wiggity wise and hurry into Auto Centers Nissan, Highway 255 and 143 in Wood River, Illinois. AutoCentersNissan.com.
This one well in hand now with just a little over 5 minutes left.
Well, Litchfield takes the ball.
I thought he signaled for a fair catch.
I thought he waved one of his hands a little bit to the right. He caught it. The referee wound his arms. Let's roll the clock. But it looked from here like he was calling for a fair catch, but then he took off with it. So, well, nonetheless, Litchfield will start on their own 37-yard line. The Roxana coaching staff is also asking for an opinion from the field, but, well, nothing doing.
Well,
at this point,
I think they just want to run the clock and get out of here with a win.
Howard takes the snap, throws over the middle. It is caught. Bryant, the intended receiver, he brings it down to the 46-yard line, but did not get out of bounds. Clock is rolling. Did he get close to the first down? He's about a yard, maybe less than a yard short there.
Well, they've completed 5 passes in the game, and 4 of them have gone to him. So,
well, Bryant again, it's 2nd and short. Litchfield, Roxana giving the Panthers plenty of room to work here. Look out, Bryant is caught. Oh, what a hit. Wow. What a hit there by Seth Chester on number 22, Alex Louie. Louie caught the ball, so it's a first down for the Panthers, but boy, he caught it, and then he was on the ground the next moment.
Yeah, I'd say he took a pretty good lick.
He got the ball, did his job, and then took the hit. But Litchfield moving down the field now pretty quickly.
Well, you're just in hurry-up mode now.
And you are, and there's another pass. Bryant, the intended receiver, he picks it up and brought down by several Shells, including number 11, Zach Goldner. 340. Go ahead.
Roxana's in that prevent defense, and you know my philosophy on prevent defense.
What is it?
What are you really preventing? I mean, it's you're basically preventing yourself from making a stop. Just keep playing the way you've been playing the whole game.
And there is Louie again. He's wrapped up by a gang of Shells. Seth Chester in there first on the tackle. He had him wrapped up and then helped out by a few more Shells in there. But a first down again for the Shells. Like you said, not a lot of prevention here. The Shells are just backing up, letting Litchfield run down the field. Litchfield in the Shell territory. Howard under center. He's going to roll to his right. He's under pressure. Look out.
Trouble.
And he is wrapped up. That time, great play there. Jordan Hawkins and Sean Porter for the Shells.
That's a big loss there.
We go. And that is a huge loss for the Purple Panthers, who are moving down the field pretty quickly. But the Shells make a big stop there. 2:39 left to go. 36-8. Your score currently, Roxana with the lead. And the Panthers marching down the field. That time a sack, this time a handoff to number 21. And he's around the right side. That's Sean Broom. Broom gets back close to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and about 12 yards, maybe 3rd and 13. They need to get to about the 15-yard line of the Shells for the first down. So this is it. Make it or break it here for a final spark for Litchfield. They need a long way to go here, but they're trying. Howard under pressure again. Little short dump-off pass, but pushed out of bounds and a late hit. I don't know if that was intentional, but he was coming on 72 for the Shells. Brett Neiswanger. It looked like he was trying to hold up there at the end, but he just laid him out there out of bounds. That's going to be a penalty against the Shells for a late hit.
Well, Simmons caught the ball, and
he was pretty close anyway, and
he was going to lose yards.
Right. So personal foul call against the Shells. So from the spot of the foul, they're going to walk this one off. It may bring them just short still.
Well, you know what?
They're going to be a yard short. That'll bring them up to 4th and 1. That's about Litchfield's luck tonight. Clock stopped, 1:45 left to go. Panthers 4th and 1. And the ball on the Shells. 19-yard line, maybe? 17-yard line, excuse me. And the ball is fumbled. Ball on the ground. And who picked it up? Looks like the Panthers picked it up. Recovered by Simmons. Is that going to be a first down? It is.
Of course it is.
Of course.
I guess that rule doesn't apply in high school, that you can only recover a fumble that goes forward by the player that actually fumbles the ball. Anybody else, it goes back from the point of contact, but who am I?
Well, we're just up here and they're down there, so let them play the games. There's a handoff this time to the left side. I don't know if that may have been Simmons again. We'll see. It was Simmons again. He picks up a few more yards. 2nd down, pickup of about 4 on the play.
I guess they're going to try to punch one more in here if they can.
I'm with you.
You've got a little pride.
Yeah. Let's put a ball up here. Let's stop it.
Yeah, just have a little pride, you know. Have some pride and shut them down.
One man to beat around the corner, and he
Good
does.
tackle.
Nice tackle there by Seth Chester.
Very nice.
The ankles of Alex Louie wraps him up. And let's see, they're going to call We'll stop the clock. 40.5 left to go. I guess the Litchfield is going to call a timeout.
Well, if Chester doesn't make a tackle there, it's going to go for a touchdown.
We'll take a quick break as well with Roxana about to win this one, 36-8 your score. Back with more.
It's the final play of the game. Down by 4, Andes will need to score to win it. The quarterback lines up, ball is snapped. It's a handoff. He breaks outside of the tackle. He's got daylight. He could go all the way. Touchdown! Andes wins.
You too can score a touchdown at Andes Auto Sales.
Check out the all-star lineup at Andes Auto Sales today.
Where the Shells about to beat the Litchfield Purple Panthers here. I could say that all night until just now. Litchfield trailing 36-8, 44 seconds left to go on the clock. And they are on the doorstep of scoring 3rd and 4. Howard throws over to 21 Louis, and he brought out of bounds. And he scores a touchdown, That was Sean Bruni with the score. And they give him a touchdown there at the pylon. Touchdown, Litchfield.
Just a little rollout play, and they were able to punch that one in. Is that number 21? Bruni?
That was number 21, Sean Bruni. And a 10-yard touchdown pass to Bruni with 37.5 seconds left to go in this game. Litchfield scores. I don't know, Lou. If you're Coach Keith, you would have liked to see your players. Let's just stop this one and put it to bed and finish it off. They're going to try for the 2-point conversion, and looks like they will get in for 2. So Litchfield trying to make it respectful here at the end, but still too little too late as the Shells are going to win this one, but Litchfield scores late. It's 36-14. We'll go ahead and keep it here as we get ready to wrap this one up, as the Shells are going to improve to 4-2, and Litchfield will fall to 1-5. But 36-16 now your score. 37.1 seconds left to go in this one. So a little mixed bag here towards the end, I guess, as the Shells were cruising there for a little bit, and then, like you said, kind of going to that prevent, and they look kind of on their heels during that entire drive. Maybe on purpose, maybe not, but they'll just shut them down.
Yeah, that's one of those where, you're up 36-8, and I guess from a defensive perspective, and even, your defensive coaches, you're like, let's make a stand, but, when your kid's looking up at the scoreboard, you're thinking, let's keep anything crazy from happening here. They're if they score, they score. But yeah, I'm kind of along the lines of, hey, if I'm part of this defense, I don't want them to score. I don't care what the score is. My job's to stop you. And I just thought the Shells kind of played a little loose there, and just that whole prevent style of defense, I was never a big believer in it. But we're going to have an onside kick here, I'm sure, and Shells will recover the ball, and like they just did, and we'll take a knee and get out of here.
There we go. So the Shells do recover there, that onside kick, and they will have the ball on about their 40-yard line. But still, the Shells had some impressive plays here tonight. Not that last drive, not to take anything away from what they did here tonight, and they look good at times. At times they looked a little shaky, but they were able to correct their mistakes and hold off this Litchfield team. And they're going to go to 4-2 here after one play. They'll drop to a knee, and the Shells will win on homecoming again. Very important for the Shells to not only win a game, win at home, but, psychologically, you got to win at homecoming.
Oh, absolutely.
You want to win all your home games. You want to win all your games, all your home games especially, but on homecoming, it's something a little bit extra.
Well, now you get to 4-2, and you're one win away from being playoff eligible.
There you go.
And 5-4 will get you in from the SEC.
And taking a knee is the quarterback for the Shells. That's Zach Golner, the sophomore. He takes the snap there at the end, and they'll do that one more time, and that'll be it. As the clock runs down to 15 seconds. Coach Keith watching the clock down to 10.
I don't even think he has to snap it.
No, maybe not. They'll just stand, and that'll be it. As the Shells will win on homecoming. 36-16, your final score. Shells with the victory. Back with our post game in the moment. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.